All right, so here we are today on the second day after we made our paste. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to apply it to the table that we did last time. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try to get the camera closer. But if you see, this table was done in walnut and pine, but we applied a coat of sealer. We usually apply shellac, and you see how it looks after I did a little sanding with 220. So we're going to see how it's going to look after we apply the paste. So this is how it looks right now. You can take a look at how the whole piece is looking before we apply the paste. And we're looking at having this to have a different type of finish with our wax. So I'm going to use a cotton rag to apply this. And I'm just feeling all the pores. The whole idea of the beeswax is to feel the pores inside that were left open after the sealer. You know, even though we applied the sealer was able to feel some of it. You can see now how it starts looking. It has just the perfect mixture. And I'm going to turn the table around so I can do the other side. Right, so now I have turned the table and I have finished all the insides of it. So I want you to see now how the wood looks. And I'm sharing with you because that's how I like my pieces. For me, I wanted to be able to see the beauty of the wood, the grain. And you can tell the difference between an area that has no wax. That board had all been sealed, but you can see the difference between this section right here and that section. So you can see now how it looks, the difference from them. And I'm trying to see if I can get you to look at the grain. That's what is the most important for me, is how you feel, you know, how smooth it feels with the wax and how you can see the grain of the wood. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this table upside down so I can finish the rest of it. Okay, so now our table is on the right position and we're going to start applying the wax on the flat surfaces that we still haven't done. As I mentioned to you, this is a very easy color to apply. Your hands look nice and clean. You have nothing to fear about chemicals hurting your skin. You might be able to see just one spot I'm going to be applying now before I move the camera out of the way, so you can see the difference before and after the wax. Remember, my finish on the board is I did put a brush, so I really make sure that I had the porous very exposed, and because I like seeing the grain of the wood, the natural fibers. So this wax is gonna fill some of those cracks that are part of the cells. I'm gonna try to get the camera as close as possible. Alright, so if you can see the fibers right here, this is an area where the wax is not in there, and right here we have the wax has filled the fibers. You may not have the right view, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it and then I'll come with the camera later. Here you can see the difference where I have applied the wax and where we have no wax. This is the area with no wax on the right side, and this is the area with the wax. You can see how the wood looks thirsty. So now I am happy with the final result. This is the end of our application of our paste, and you're probably gonna let it stay once you apply the paste maybe 40 minutes or so, so you can see, and the wood is going to absorb all the oils in it. And then what I do is I use this other rag, which is a like a towel rag made out of cotton too, and with this one I wipe all the rest. And I don't know if you can see over there, you can still see that area where there is some, wax that is, let's say, some of the wax that needs to be cleaned up. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to be rubbing with this guy until I remove all the excess of the wax, and then you can have a nice and clean surface like this one right here. So this already was wiped. I did rub it, and you can see still here some probably fuzzies from the wood, from the cloth, but this is now the natural wood being finished. And the finish that it will give you is like a satin or matte. If you're looking for like a shiny finish, you might not be able to get it this way. You might have to apply probably several coats, but in my case, I am happy with just protecting the wood and being able to see it the way it is now. So thank you for staying with me until now, and if this is something that you would like to make at home, you can buy the piece of furniture and just apply the wax, make it yourself. Or if you want to go and build the table like I did on this one, you can just watch the whole video and you can have a table just like that. Once again, thank you very much for your time. Once again, I must admit that I am a person who uses a brush to bring up all the grain of the wood. So the finishes might look different if you're using a more smoother finish, like maybe just scraping and planing and sanding up to probably 220. My sanding goes to 80 grit, so that's the most I go. But the brush makes it look a bit more rough, and that's because I like looking at the grain. And then I put the torch so I can bring those veins, as you can see, of the wood. Let's torch it and with fire. So that's why I got that finish, but that's just personal preference. Now this is the location of our table. This is where the table is going to stay for now until the wife comes. And this table keeps company to this other table that we made before. So now we are filling the space with our furniture for the wife, who is really the person who I built for.